excited.
Okay, thanks for joining us. We've got an exciting day planned. Just a couple of announcements before we get to, I think, probably what most of you are here for, is the pre-practice nutrition. Frostbank meet next week. It is the 75th annual.
75th.
Did you know that?
Yes, I
75th.
did know that. It's the longest running meet in all of Texas.
I have no idea.
Maybe the world. Other than
Possibly.
the Olympics.
It's pretty awesome. 75 years. I know it used to be like before USA Swimming. So the meet predates USA Swimming, and it used to be AAU, and they would have it out at UTPB. Like all of the West Texas communities used to come. So it's pretty cool what it's grown into.
Yeah.
So really exciting. So the way we're gonna run the meet next week will be almost identical to the way we ran the Summer Splash last week. So same days, same times for your kiddos. 7 and unders will be on Thursday. All developmental groups are on Friday, late afternoon and evening. And then Dolphin 1 through Select will have 2 sessions, one on Friday, which will be long course. We're gonna run the 50s long course and have the 100 freestyle and 200 IM. And it'll be the same time, pre-senior, senior in the morning, Dolphin and junior around lunchtime. And then on Saturday, we'll switch the pool back and go short course. So same thing, seniors and pre-seniors in the morning, Dolphins and juniors at lunchtime. We felt like that split was a little bit better to keep the group sizes smaller and even than what we tried at the first meet. And so we're excited about that. Saturday, August 1st is the first day of team break. So everybody, we're taking 1 week this year.
1 week.
We figured we all got enough break with quarantine.
Yeah.
We're ready to swim. So Saturday, August 1st through the 8th, and then we'll start back up on August 10th. What is the schedule for August 10th, you may be wondering? We are wondering the same thing. So here's what we have decided. We are going to go in line with whatever MISD announces, which they have said they're not announcing their final plan until August 3rd. So on August 3rd, when MISD announces their plan, we will be able to announce ours. Just so you are aware, we have created a plan that goes in line with the 3 plans they have already announced. So they have said the 3 possibilities for them is all virtual. If everyone is virtual, we will be staying on the same schedule that we are doing right now. Okay, so if schools do not reopen, nobody's in person, and everyone is expected to do school at home, we will be staying on the same schedule we're doing right now. Okay? If they go all face-to-face, so that's one extreme. Other extreme is if they go all face-to-face instruction on campus, just like normal, we will go back to normal. We will have a traditional schedule of early morning practices and after school practices. If they go with the hybrid choice, which they announced yesterday, they're looking at an A day, B day concept. So half of the students would go to school on Monday, Wednesday, half would go to school on Tuesday, Thursday. Friday would be closed campuses for cleaning and virtual instruction. If they do that, we will be offering practice times that are conducive to that. So we'll have some, kind of like we have now with some later morning practices, but we will still offer practices that are after traditional work hours, because we know even though school is changing for a lot of kids, work hours are not changing for parents. And so we will still have those after 5 hours, especially for our developmental groups. So just so you know, we kind of have a framework. That way, once they make their announcement, we can get information out to you guys as quickly as possible. But it will be at least August 3rd before MISD announces, and so that will be when we announce our schedule. Are there any questions on that so far?
There's no questions on that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's my list. Now on to the fun stuff with Coach Mike.
And then, so Holly just said all virtual will most likely have a schedule. That is, students will have to log into their Google Classroom. And of course, if there is some sort of like scheduled thing they have to go to, our practice will wrap around that.
Right.
We know the way it was virtually done in the spring was more haphazard. thrown together, but of course we're going to adjust to whatever that is. So whatever it is, we're going to adjust to it, and we will make sure most of our kids are not at school while we practice. Okay, so today we're talking about pre-practice nutrition. Okay, so
moving into the kitchen.
Yeah. So it's going to be real visual today. We're going to be talking exactly about what we would like to see our athletes eating. Like if me and Jenna had swimmers on the team that were our kids, this is what we would be giving them. If anything we showed today like doesn't sit well with your swimmer, then that's okay. Here are kind of the guidelines and what we're talking about. So this is pre-practice nutrition. That means it is specifically for performing at practice. That's the goal of this. This isn't like the diet you should follow all day. This is in the hour leading up to your practice. What should you be eating so that you have a better practice? And the way you have a better practice is by maintaining your energy. It's all about energy maintenance because practices are taxing on your system. And if you don't have the right fuel, then you start fading. The practice will get rough for your swimmer. Also, at the same time, if you don't have the right energy and you're just digging into your stores of energy, you also don't make the same gains as a kid that is fueled properly. So it's not just making sure they can swim the practice right, it's making sure they can really make the gains in those workouts. So here's really the bottom line. Carbs and protein is what you need. And as far as carbs go, for the most part, you want your more simple carbs. And when I say simple, I mean easily digestible. Your complex carbs would be like sweet potatoes and potatoes as well, complex carbs. They're a little harder to digest. It's not that they're bad, just as far as pre-practice, the hour before, you want something that's going to hit your system sooner, that's going to hit your system faster. So simple carbs. Also sweet fruit has a lot of simple carbs because sugar is a carbohydrate. It's a glucose-inducing, like when you put it in your body, it has a glucose response. So we need carbs, and then as far as protein goes, we don't need super high protein. We just need a moderate amount of protein. And when I say moderate amount, I spoke with a nutrition coach before this talk to talk about this. What's good? What's bad? What do you need? You know, as far as protein goes, you probably want anywhere between 7 to 20 grams is probably a fine range. The things you kind of want to stay away from is fiber and fats. So the thing with fiber is it's a little harder on the stomach in the middle of a workout. Your swimmer will be running to the bathroom during workout. So if you know what I'm saying, it's a little harder on the stomach. And then as far as fats go, fats are really good. They're really good for, there are a lot of fats like avocado is real nutrient dense, really good for your body, for your athletes. But the thing about in leading up to a practice is they take a long time to digest. So fats like legitimately take it's like 7+ hours to really digest in your system. So if you have an afternoon practice, right, you can pound those avocados at breakfast and stuff, and you'll be fine for later. But again, in that hour before practice, you don't want high fiber, high fat. And as far as fat goes, I'm not 100% sure on the number, but as far as fiber goes, what low fiber would be is around 3 to 4 grams is low fiber or less. Once you start going higher than that, you get into the higher range. Definitely don't want to eat anything that has like 8 grams of fiber or more. And you know, I'm throwing these numbers out there, not for you to count every carb, every calorie. Like, we don't want to do that. That is not really sustainable for anybody, especially with the way people feel about nutrition. But just general guidelines, there's things that have more fiber and things that don't.
Or if something makes, if you end up running to the bathroom at practice, you could go back to your breakfast or your pre-practice snack and look at, hey, how much fiber did this have? And then you kind of start learning what works for your body or what your swimmer works for their body.
Yeah. Okay, so the first thing we're going to talk about, like we start with step 1. It's just going to be fruits. So apple, banana, these are high carb fruits. As far as fruits that you would stay away from would be your berries. So raspberries, blackberries, strawberries. Those are very fibrous fruits. Now we have blueberries right here. Blueberries are a little on the lower end on fiber. A cup of blueberries, I think, has 3.8 grams of fiber. So it's good. We're good there. But you're running out of the door to go to practice, or when school comes around, you're going from school to practice. Fruit, great thing. Apple, banana, excellent thing to have. So next, as we start to get, I guess, I don't know, fancier, but you have a little more time before practice. You have a little more time to make a snack. So yogurt. This is Siggy's vanilla yogurt. It's good stuff. I think as far as content goes, like plain Greek yogurt will probably be the best. The thing about plain is it's just a little bit, it just doesn't taste as good. But you can really sweeten it up with some honey. So here we just have granola, and this is bare naked granola, really good stuff. And then we're just gonna put a handful of blueberries on there. Boom. Excellent pre-practice. Would you call this a parfait? Is this what a parfait is? Mm-hmm. This is a parfait, all right? Excellent pre-practice. It has layers. Pre-practice parfait. Okay, so next.
Next up, we've got some eggs, right? I just scrambled a couple eggs with some butter. Very easy. The cool thing about scrambled eggs is that that's one thing you can start teaching your athletes to cook for themselves. I think it's really important that the kids learn how to manage this stuff for themselves. 10 and unders, for sure, mom and dad are doing most everything for them. 11, 12s need to be able to have an opinion. Like, hey, mom, that parfait made me run to the bathroom. Maybe let's look at what was in it and how's that affecting me. Or and then 13, 14s need to start contributing some opinions, right? And then high school kids really should be doing all of this themselves. They need to be proactively taking responsibility for their own nutrition. So I've got some eggs right here, right? That's got the protein that Mike was talking about. I like to do a banana with a little almond butter on top. Again, we're not overwhelming it. We're not trying to like protein load and go all bodybuilder on anybody. Just for a little extra flavor here. And then this is my favorite part. Just a little honey drizzle. Be careful when you purchase your honey and make sure that it's actual honey and not just high fructose corn syrup that looks like honey. So read your ingredients. Local honey also has the advantage of helping with allergies. I know we have a lot of kids with allergies. And so if you do something with local honey, that usually helps allergies also. Another option with eggs is a quick little egg sandwich. So we've got, I really like this brand, Dave's Good Seed or Killer Bread. They have bagels, they have regular bread, they even have a white bread that the ingredients are really great. But that gives us a little bit of carbs, so I toasted the English muffin just a little bit. And then there's some scrambled eggs on one side. Again, this is a breakfast that a 13, 14, I mean even a 12-year-old could make this themselves as they start learning these skills to manage their own nutrition.
I was making fish sticks at 8 years old. So.
Fish sticks, yes. Don't eat fish sticks before practice. And then I like cheese personally. I know if you are around my kid, you know he likes cheese. He finds cheese everywhere when he's at the pool. So there's a nice little egg sandwich. So that's another option. You got your carbs and your proteins. And then Mike is the king of the smoothies.
I love smoothies. Okay, so here is the best part about smoothies is you can get everything that you need within a smoothie, but it's also like liquid calories, which makes it easily digestible. And again, like we talked about, these foods that we have here, we want them to be easily digestible. One, so that it's readily available. The energy that in the food hits the system faster. And two, it doesn't upset your stomach. So real simple smoothie here. We're gonna start with a cup of almond milk. This is probably almost a whole cup of Greek yogurt. That's gonna be our protein here. This is a cup of mangoes. Mango, not a lot of fiber, but it's pretty sweet and pretty nutrient dense. This smoothie is already gonna be pretty packed, so I'm just gonna use half a banana here. Half a banana. And then some spinach, just some more nutrients, but not a crazy amount of spinach. Again, spinach is good. Too much spinach, a lot of fiber. And we're gonna start this. Should be good, right?
Also, it makes you feel really healthy when you're drinking a green
That's
smoothie.
right. So if your smoothie is green, it is automatically healthier.
Give it a taste, Coach Mike. Give it a taste.
It's amazing. I mean, mango and banana is gonna make anything taste really good. Like, you don't need to add anything else after that. The mango and banana is really gonna sweeten it up. Again, you could add blueberries in there, but those berry mixes, again, we'll just stay away from the strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, high fiber. So, and then the last thing, we just showed you a bunch of things, right? We went quick from our fruit to little things you can make before practice. Like Coach Jenna said, your swimmer can cook eggs. Even me, before I have to coach in the morning, I will make eggs the night before and then just heat them up in the morning. Because I would rather eat, for me, I would rather eat my eggs than just run out the door with nothing or be rushing in the morning to try to cook. So the last thing, we have a lot of athletes that either come from school, they come from somewhere else, or they come from work, or they just can't prepare something. And Coach Jen's going to talk about bars.
So we've got a couple of bar suggestions here. I think the biggest thing on the bars is read the ingredients, right? Like, you want to be able to pronounce all of the ingredients and know what's in them. And then, just like Coach Mike has been saying, we want carbs and protein. So this is a kind bar. Lots of nuts in here. 6 grams of protein, and let's see the carbs. 16 grams of carbs. So it's a great option. Coach Mike and my husband really love these RX bars. They're made with egg whites. That's where the protein comes from, and then they have some other natural ingredients. These are like really sticky. They stick to my teeth, so I'm not a huge fan. I love the Lair bars, and these always have really great ingredients in them. But again, same thing. They have protein, carbs. Like this one, the ingredients are cashews, dates, apples, blueberry, vanilla extract. That's it. That's all that's in there, and you can throw these in your backpack. It's a much better alternative to a Nutri-Grain bar or just any of those, chewy granola bars. Like, those are all pretty much just straight sugar, and the kids won't be able to sustain for an hour and a half, 2-hour workout with straight sugar. But that's pretty much all we have for your ideas for pre-practice nutrition. We appreciate everybody's feedback on asking for that. And then, one thing I was going to say about the eggs is you can also do scrambled eggs in the microwave. Like, that is a legitimate option too. Scramble them up, put them in a microwave safe bowl, put it in or in a mug. Yeah, you can.
Really?
You can do it in the microwave.
I've never done that.
Yep, they're not as good, but
A little bit of hot sauce.
it works.
Probably not before practice.
Yep.
I don't know
or,
if you saw.
Or a lot of bit of hot sauce if you're Coach Plato.
Yeah. If you saw our Instagram post, our Instagram story that said your favorite thing to eat before practice, wrong answers only. There was a lot of hot Cheetos and stuff in there. Not
Dr.
good.
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper, milkshakes. It's rough. Okay, so I don't think we have any questions. But if you do have questions, like you're watching this afterwards, put it in the comments still. We'll take a look at it, and we'll be able to answer those questions. We hope today was a little more visual. You could see the stuff. And the best part about everything we showed you here today is it's quick, right?
And cheap.
And cheap. All this food that we bought here today was like $20, and it's easily a week's worth of pre-practice foods for your athletes. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day.